All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig and a Pickle Krug Show with a little San Francisco Giant video. That's right. The Giants and the A's played last night from the Coliseum, and it was the second to last preseason game, obviously no longer in the Cactus League. But let's talk a little bit about some of the things that we saw last night on the field, because I thought the Giants actually looked pretty impressive last night. And it all starts with Jordan Hicks. Jordan Hicks has amazing stuff. I mean, he really does. He has plus stuff. Now, how many innings can he pitch before he breaks down this year? That's kind of the question, because he's been a reliever and now he's being a starter. But he went 5 innings. He did not give up any hits. He struck out 10. He looked awesome. I mean, he says after the game, he's like, I love where I'm at right now. I'm ready. Yeah, you think? He struck out 22 batters in his final 3 spring starts. So the guy looks awesome. And I think he could be really, really good in April. The question is he going to be good in May? Is he going to be healthy in June and July and August and September? Or is his inning total going to far exceed what his career high is, and he's going to break down in July? That would be my concern. I always felt like, you know what, the best route for Hicks would be if the Giants could have some of their young starters come of age, and then middle of the season when they get Robbie Ray and they get Alex Wood back, just slide him into the 8th inning role. And maybe that is the plan. But, man, he looked good as a starter. Forget good. He looked great. His stuff is overpowering. He can throw it right down the middle because it's so overpowering. You know, takeaway number 1 from Giants A's is that Jordan Hicks looked amazing. We should also tell you we're brought to you by Pig and a Pickle, the title of the title sponsor of the Krug Show. Check them out in Emeryville and Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out. We're also brought to you by Marin Auto Glass, marinautoglass.com on the web, 415-883-3030. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Check that link in the description. Use the promo code Krug, and they will match you up to your first $100. And let's not forget Sharp Corners Sports Cards and Collectibles, 205 Cypress Avenue in Pacific Grove, California. Give Anthony Catania a call. He's at 831-521-5264. So thanks to our sponsors for sponsoring this video as we talk a little Giants baseball. So, yeah, the main story last night, Jordan Hicks. Whoa, he looked amazing. Absolutely amazing. And hopefully he can look that amazing all year. Wilmer Flores just continues to rake. I mean, that guy can just flat out hit. I mean, and he kills left-handed pitching, but I mean, he hit righties as well. Just raking doubles and homers and extra base hits and just hitting the ball with authority constantly. Wilmer Flores, I mean, if you didn't know already, this just in, Wilmer rakes. I thought that right-handed reliever that Melvin went to early, Justin Garza, or I guess late, I should say, to finish out, he looked good. He was throwing 95. Not the biggest guy ever, but throwing 95. And I guess everybody throws 95 these days, but Justin Garza really looked good at the end of this game. The center fielder who won the not the Willie Mack Award, but the Barty Nugent Award in the Cactus League, best newcomer of the year, Ishmael Manguia, who's a 25-year-old kid from Cuba, looks legit. Fast hands. He rocketed a shot to the gap for a single, plays strong center field, hitting 395. I mean, are they going to send him back? Really? He's 25. He's hitting 395. You're sending him back for more seasoning? I think that's going to be an interesting call. Tom Murphy had 2 home runs and is hitting 350. Maybe that's an under the radar pickup. I mean, there's no question that Tom Murphy has power. So that's great to see. Maybe he can run into a few. So you've got your starting catcher at Bailey, and then you've got Murphy. And how about Joey Bart? Joey Bart's hitting 393. So is he going to be traded, and where's he going, and what are you getting back there? I think that's going to be an interesting one. I thought the lefty reliever that I saw early in the game, Juan Sanchez, he looked pretty good. He had stuff. He had command. He didn't look overwhelmed. He didn't look like a baby, like a youngster. He looked like kind of refined. So that was exciting. The Giants have finished spring training by winning 7 of 8 and 9 of their last 11, and they finished tonight at Oracle Park against the A's. So good to see the Giants are finishing fast and maybe with a little confidence after getting Matt Chapman and Blake Snell in the last 10 days of the Cactus League. Maybe that's given them a little shot in the arm. Pablo Sandoval, had a nice little opposite field single yesterday. He told the beat writers that he's willing to go to Sacramento, and fight for a job on the big league roster. So good for Pablo. He'll get a nice hand tonight in San Francisco. He's still swinging a decent bat. He's in good shape. Let him go down to AAA. My guess is he'll hit. He always hits. That's the thing about Pablo. He always hits. Always could hit. Always can hit. Always will hit. He just rakes. He just always rakes. Another guy to watch for in the final week of spring training is Marco Luciano. He went 1 for 4 with a run. He's hitting .256 this spring, but he's hot right now. And, the Giants supposedly wanted to go with kind of a developmental look this year. Well, can you say you're developmental if you send Casey Schmidt and Marco Luciano both to the minor leagues for Matt Chapman and Nick Ahmed? I don't know. I mean, Ahmed is looked good this spring as well. He's a tremendous defender. Luciano, though, needs to play every day. Can he play every day up here? Or does he have to be farmed out to play every day? That's going to be one of the interesting discussions at the cutdown is what happens with Marco Luciano. Do they go north with Luciano this spring and give him a shot and just say, you know what? We'll see how he does the first month. And if he doesn't hit well, send him out. Or do you start him in the minors and go with Nick Ahmed? So that's interesting. And then with Munguia hitting the way he's hitting, what do you do with Austin Slater? He started in right on Monday night, his first outfield appearance since he experienced some elbow soreness last week. They're saying if Slater goes on the IL to start the year, that Luis Matos, who's been raking, he's got over 1,000 OPS this spring, has a good shot to make the team. Bob Melvin was talking about Matos, who made his debut last year and hit .250 across 228 at bats. Melvin says he's had, quote, a fantastic spring and done everything he could to make the team. So maybe Matos makes the team. That's an interesting one. Slater versus Matos. And then Jung Ho Lee. Let's finish up by talking Jung Ho Lee. He went 0 for 3 last night, but he has established himself in Korea as an elite contact hitter. And it's been interesting watching him this spring. The signs are promising. He's got a high batting average. He's got a low strikeout rate. He's got a line drive swing. And he hit a ball on February 29th against Arizona that went 99.7 miles per hour. It was a double leading off the game. He ripped a 109.7 mile per hour home run a few innings later. So the ball is coming off his bat at a great rate of speed. The question is, how's he going to hit? What's he going to hit? I thought, when you're paying a guy $19 million to be your leadoff hitter, and you give him a 6-year deal where he averages $19 million and it's all guaranteed, I would say an acceptable, batting average would be about 290. I asked Marty Lurie the other day, I said, what do you think Jung Ho Lee's going to hit this year? He said 255. If he hits 255 and can't hit at the top of the lineup and for whatever reason can't play defensively every day in center field, that's a bad signing. Come on. If the guy is a left fielder, not a center fielder, if he's a 7, 8, 9 hitter instead of a leadoff hitter, if he's a 255 big league hitter and not closer to 300, that's not been a good signing. I don't care what anybody says at that point. That's a bad signing. I mean, you're paying him the same kind of money the Astros are paying Yordan Alvarez. You're paying him the same kind of money the D-backs are paying Corbin Carroll. I mean, this kid's got to hit north of 275 for sure. and play the hell out of center and be your leadoff hitter and center fielder all year long to be worth $19 million, right? I mean, isn't that kind of the bottom line? Maybe not, but that's how I see it. Anyway, it was a good Monday night for the Niners again, or for the Giants against the A's. You know, Luciano looked pretty good. Pablo got a nice hit. Joey Bart is hitting close to 400. You know, Juan Sanchez looks good as a lefty reliever. Justin Garza looked good. Wilmer Flores was raking. Ishmael Munguia looks legitimate. And the best news of all is that Jordan Hicks, through 5 innings that were near perfect, he did not give up a hit and struck out 10. So a lot of good things in Giants land for sure. We'll see how they finish tonight at home against the A's. But thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor of the Krug Show. And thanks to all you guys for supporting the Krug Show on YouTube.